Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. Now, today I'm going to talk about a very special fragrance. This fragrance has been really impressing me because of two things. It smells amazing and it's really top quality. It is Gucci Guilty Elixir Les Parfums des Parfums Gucci Guilty Elixir. Came out last year, 2024, and the perfumer is one of the greats, Quentin Biche. I really like his work. He does some really amazing things, but he also has this ability to sort of divide opinion because of his work. Not everybody is a fan of his work. I like his work. My favorite fragrance by Quentin Biche is Ganymede, which really opened my eyes to metallic, sour, gaseous kind of a smell with fruity elements. It's a stunning fragrance, one of the greats. And today I'm talking about a fragrance which has the potential to lift a house which is struggling. Gucci. Probably one of the greatest men's fragrances ever made is by Gucci, and that is Gucci Parfum. One of the greatest fragrances ever made, hands down. Everybody will tell you that. But this house has been struggling quite a lot. And they've been struggling with their creative director. So I think they've already done 3 changes in the last few years. And the last change, I think, has been Demna Gvasalia. Demna Gvasalia is joining Gucci, or has joined Gucci from Balenciaga. And he had been at Balenciaga for about, a decade or so. So let's hope it turns out to be a better story, more happier story than the past one, which was Sabato De Sarno, who was less than 2 years, who stayed with Gucci for less than 2 years and left. So yeah, Gucci is a house that is struggling at the moment, not because of financial elements, but because of creative direction. And that needs to be sorted out. And that seems to be a theme. A lot of good fragrance houses or houses that used to produce great fragrances are struggling with that. Dior, same problem. Amouage, same problem. So it's not a new problem, it's just finding the right kind of person and then giving him the freedom, the creative license to create good stuff. Now here, this was created before Demna joined, time of Sabato. And I think this is a good fragrance. I just couldn't get a sample of it, so I couldn't review it. So I already have a dry down, but just to refresh myself, actually I wouldn't spray because it's a very strong fragrance. I know the dry down. I've been wearing this left, right and center. I started wearing it in spring. It's a good size decant you get. I've worn it now. It's early summer or going into summer, and I'm very impressed by this fragrance. So when you first smell spray, it reminds you it's a beautiful floral. It's and beautiful is a well-judged word. It's very unisex, very fruity floral with aspects of clean sheet, lavender-like smell, and warm amber. That's how it smells. So the main fruity floral is orange blossom, beautiful, lush orange blossom, like I smelled in myself Les Parfums. Not the smell, the scent is different. A lot of people compare this to that because of that orange blossom. Orange blossom is the common note. But the fragrance, I've got a sample, so I've sprayed it side by side. It's not similar. So there's no comparison between smell. But that fragrance is dominated by orange blossom. This one is dominated by orange blossom, and they're beautiful at that. But this one has a creamy, radiant iris note, orris root butter. It's salty, creamy, rich. Now that's where it started to remind me of one of my absolute favorite fragrances, which is not in my collection, Amouage Reflection Man. Because Amouage Reflection Man has that radiance because of orris root butter. Beautiful. This one is radiant, fruity, floral, with a soapy, clean vibe, lavender, which is not mentioned in the notes breakdown. And that's when I can understand why people compare this to La Malle by Jean Paul Gaultier. Now, that clean lavender, sheet lavender with the fruity floral element and sweetness reminds people of Lamal, and Lamal is related to Reflection Man, so I can see that. But yeah, just a little bit. The fragrance goes into a different direction when it is about 1.5 hours, 2 hours old on your wrist, and that is, it brings in a note which only Quentin Biche can do, and that is osmanthus. Osmanthus joins party with the two other florals, orris root butter and orange blossom, to create a beautiful, beautiful, fruity, floral, fresh, zesty kind of a environment smell. That fruity, fresh floral smell with clean sheet smell is combined with pepperiness, pimento berries, and it's sort of laid on thick, on a beautiful, thick, lush bed of amber fix. Amber done in a synthetic way with a rubbery fox leather, sort of a patchouli. The same patchouli which is in Guerlain Habit Rouge Parfum, and I did not like, because there's an overdose of that in Habit Rouge Parfum. Here, just a little hint of it. So there's leather, there's a little waxy tone to it, there's patchouli, i.e. herbal earthiness to it, dryness to it, and it is mixed with amber fix. So ambery warmness. It's a brilliant scent. I really like it. It's posh. It smells posh. It's in the same, not the smell, in the same bracket as Reflection Man, Green Irish Tweed, that kind of scent. Very elegant, very posh. It smells amazing. It really does. So upsides and downsides. See, for me, the biggest upside, apart from being a very posh smelling fragrance, is its absolutely superb performance. You're going to get at least 12 to 15 hours of longevity or longer if you spray it on your fabrics with one spray. That's how strong this fragrance is. It is a dominant fragrance, both in terms of projection and longevity. Projection, if you put it on your shirt, just one spray, you're going to create a massive scent bubble, at least an arm's length, for about 4 or 5 hours without any problems. So if you like fragrances that perform beautifully, look no further. This one is monstrous in terms of projection, longevity. It also has, it is high quality, which is the second upside. It's a beautiful, materials are really high quality. So you're going to get this beautiful scent trail. So when you've been somewhere and you get up and go somewhere else, you take your scent with you, a little trail. It smells amazing. The trail is amazing. And the quality of materials. I really like the quality of materials. It's synthetic, but it's high quality. And that lavender, the clean lavender smell mixed with the florals, really well done. Honestly, this is good perfumery, excellent perfumery. And the third one, I think, if you really like compliments, you will get compliments for sure, because it smells so alluring. You know, it's one of those fragrances which is not only posh, elegant, sophisticated, it is also alluring. Downsides, limited variability. You see, this fragrance smells too sweet when it's cold, or a little bit cold. So early spring, probably not. Mid-spring onwards, summer, brilliant. Even warm autumn, not a problem. And if you like sweet fragrances, probably will work for you. It didn't work for me. I didn't like it when it was too sweet, and that waxy synthetic smell was coming out too much when it was cold or early spring. Fragrance is unisex because of, well, it smells unisex initially because of the 3 florals I mentioned. So there is that element, unisex leaning masculine, I would say, because there's this leathery facet, the fox leather smell, the waxiness, which pulls it from being a feminine smell to a masculine stroke unisex scent. The third downside, yes, it reminds you of Lamal a little bit, and Lamal is much cheaper than this. Reflection Man is the same sort of ballpark, but this has got twice as much performance as Reflection Man. And that probably is the saving grace of this fragrance. It has tremendous performance. So, value for money. I think it only comes in one size, 60 ml. It's an extrait de parfum, and it costs anywhere between 110 and 125 here in the UK, pounds. So I think £2 an ml is probably a decent price for this. High quality, smells great, great performance, good wearability. You can wear this anywhere from a dating scenario to a boardroom. That's the range. So I'm impressed by the value for money this offers. It's probably medium to high in terms of how it comes across. Age groups, I would say 30 plus because of the notes and how it's been composed. It has a floral element which might push it towards younger groups as well. But the tone of the fragrance is slightly serious, slightly down to earth. It's not about jumpy, bumpy energy. It's more about being elegant and sophisticated and at the same time approachable. As I said, it will suit a dating scenario to a boardroom scenario. Yeah, and you don't get, if you can, if you're lucky, but you don't get to be in a boardroom when you're 25, not even 35. So you get the gist of it, right? It's that sort of tone. I would say 30 plus. Seasons, I covered that. Mid-spring to mid-autumn, probably the sweet spot. Summer included. I don't want you to think, I can only wear this 3 months. Just go and test it. See if it works on your skin. It works on your skin. On me, I think it's midsummer to mid-spring, 6 months in a year. Not a problem. So, seasons covered, age groups covered, smell covered, ups and downs covered, performance covered, price point covered. How many marks am I going to give it? I think it's a very good scent. This is a fragrance which has impressed me a lot. Bearing in mind the kind of turbulence Gucci has been experiencing and the kind of sort of average fragrances coming out the house of Gucci, I think they've done really well here. Performance is amazing, smell is amazing, quality is amazing. It reminds you of a few fragrances here and there. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. If you're a person who likes to wear quality stuff with good performance and good wearability and good complement factor, you should sample this fragrance. There's a bit here. 8 out of 10. I'm hoping you really enjoy the video, fellas. If you do give this video a like. Take care. Bye-bye.